What if I told you that I received Shaneque's travel itinerary? Would you believe me? Tonight, we're going to review what was said in the past and look out for any inconsistency in those statements. You see, over here in the YaadBoss community, we try to create a safe zone, a safe space. Ever since from the beginning, when we started this investigation, my goal was to never send people to prison if them no belong behind bars. We were basically trying the case based on what we know in the public domain, based on the statements that came out of the family members' mouth. Now, I put boarding pass on the thumbnail and I just received a message, oh, boarding pass can be doctored. Listen, everyone is watching. Government officials are watching this channel. Government officials discovered us when we went on the Andre show. Everybody is watching. And I can confirm tonight with 100% accuracy that I indeed receive Shaneque's itinerary. This is what I was able to verify. So I received the paper copy, but I am an investigator. I know how to find stuff. I know how to dig up stuff. Because I know right off the bat, people are going to say, oh, YaadBoss, that fake. Them cook up that fake YaadBoss. Can't trust that. People, in order for people to trust you, you have to be credible. This person came out and he said one thing. That person came out and said another thing. If new facts enter into the public domain, your credibility will be tested based on your flexibility to pivot and to shift your investigation to the areas that it's warranted in. That is what you call credibility. That is what you call not trying to make up things for views, likes, and clout. That is not what we do over here. We build our army from scratch, from the ground up. Everybody in this chat, remember how we start? We started out with analyzing the data on our screen, doing our investigative reports, putting up on the screen, and we go through line by line and connect the dots. That is how we started out over here. And that is how we're going to continue to operate. When new facts hit the public domain, we no business. Who wants to say we buy out? Who wants to say we this? Who wants to say that? I am a spiritual being, right? But I'm not blinded by visions. If something is staring me in the eye and I can verify it, that is the facts, and that is what is admissible in the court of law, not in the court of public opinion. Jamaicans, not in the court of public opinions. The same way how we come out strong and we beat the family for their inconsistencies is the same way we need to be strong and release those who have nothing to do with the disappearance and murder of Jaden Smith. If we're credible people, that's what we should do. That's what we must do. And over here, we want to create a safe space for if any of the member of the family want to come out and talk to us. That is what we need to create over here on YaadBossTv. This is not about me. This is not about self. This is about justice for Jaden Smith. The family, they have been tried and convicted in the court of public opinion. And many of us wonder why we don't see none of them behind bars yet. There's a reason for that. And I tell you night in, night out, that when I appear on your screen and I talk to you, you can look upon me and you can tell if I'm credible. You can tell if you can trust me with your life. You can tell if you send me something. If you talk to me on the phone and you say, don't release it, it will not be released. But when I come to my people and tell them, say, it is so, just be patient, they will believe me. So, I received Shaneque's itinerary last night. They did not give me permission to release it to the public as yet. We're still in negotiations. This is what I was able to verify based on the paper copy that I received. Number one, the flight was delayed. Number two, the airline was verified by me independently. The cost of the ticket, I was able to verify the cost of the ticket. I was able to verify the seat that Shaneque sat in when she traveled to Jamaica. I was able to verify the airport and the city that Shaneque boarded the plane to Jamaica. I was able to verify the airport that Shaneque landed in Jamaica. I was able to verify that. And this document, the police, them have it. And I can confirm that every single family member was interviewed by the police, probably multiple times. Every single one of them, Mr. T, Demar, and Shaneque. No, let me caution you now. As we go through this process, you will see the itinerary. You will see the paper copy that I received. You will see the time that the flight arrived in the destination, right? And you will see in live time me verifying the copy that I receive. Okay? You will see it in live time. This is not going to say that the family members are not responsible for what happened to Jaden, but it's going to switch some timelines. It's going to switch some timelines. So let me say this, right? So if new facts are presented in the public domain, right, it would be unreasonable and not credible, right, to disregard those information. Everybody, 99.9% of everyone in this movement put Mr. T's statement against Shaneque's statement and decided that they believed Mr. T. Every single person that I've spoke to, every single person that I've spoke to believed that Shaneque and Mr. T cross path at 9 a.m. in the morning on Friday at the pharmacy across the street. Everybody when me know. Everybody when me cross path with. Everybody when me know. Everybody when me cross path with. Also believe that Mr. T saw Shaneque at around 3 o'clock Friday evening. Mr. T was the crown witness. And if the crown witness turn out to be under the influence of something, whether it be liquor, whether it be old age, whether it be senile, we must kick the crown witness to the side if new evidence comes in and refute those sightings. Because that's what we do. Credibility, credibility. And if we're credible, even the family members will trust us and they'll come out and they'll speak to us. I don't care about public backlash. I don't. I can shut off this YouTube channel and go on living my merry life. What I care about is the truth and justice for Jaden Smith. That is what I care about. The truth and justice for Jaden Smith. It's not about money. It's not about fame. It's not about hype. And it shouldn't be about fame, hype, and money for anyone in the movement. It shouldn't be about self. And I was mad at Andre. But I believe Andre saw something. He never tell me what him see. And that is the reason why he came out and said, none of them are credible. He probably saw what I received last night. Plus other things. He probably did. But my people, this information is private information. So the police just can't release it into the public domain just so. Them can't just do it just so. And if I don't get the approval, I know I'm going to get the approval. I'm pretty sure I'm going to get the approval. So what we're going to do now, we're going to review what the discourse was, the statements from the family members, and we're going to go through it. We're going to analyze. I'm purposely not looking at the comments now, right? Because I don't want to be clouded by what I'm seeing in the comment section. We all agree that it's a high probability that something sinister happened to Jaden Smith. We all agree. North Coast did an excellent job in the beginning. Lava Lee did an excellent job with her questioning. Surprise and L.A. Lewis did an excellent job when they went down there and questioned Mr. T. All statements are important. The Observer, TBJ, all of them. But these are people who are not well versed in public speeches. People, this is life and death we are talking about. It may seem like a game on social media, but it's not a game. It is not a game. We're talking about people's lives. And in the beginning, I was hearing the chant for jungle justice. Jungle justice without facts is a cruel act. Murdering someone who is innocent is a cruel act. And as I make my way through breaking down this itinerary, at the end, if my crown weakness is full of shit, I will discontinue from beating the family. And leave it up to the authorities to investigate this case. I owe that to my audience. My crown weakness is Mr. T. And if Mr. T turn out to be senile all over the place with his timeline, then I do have a case. Plain and simple. If Mr. T, my crown weakness, turn out to be incorrect with his sightings, what case do I have? I don't have one. But we believe that Jaden Smith, something happened to him. That does not clear the family members outright. If Mr. T turned out to be full of shit. It will shift the investigation, but I guarantee you that if Mr. T is not a crown witness, none of the bloggers them have any case. None of the bloggers them are trained investigators, because nothing is going to track Jaden Smith that we know in the public domain into the arms of the people them who kill him, unless you can see Jaden Smith going in a car with whosoever murder him, going to the house to be murdered. That is how courthouse business work, my people. If you can't put the two of them together, you hear me just a while ago? If you can't put Jaden Smith at the yard on Friday, if you can't put the family members them in the yard with Jaden Smith on the Friday, don't make nobody lead you astray. Let the authorities them do them job. That is if our crown witness was just blabbing all over the place. And we will see as we go along. We will see as we go along. This is a big case, home and abroad. Lot of mothers are fully invested in this case. Lots of fathers are fully invested in this case. You see, the thing is this, right? You're going to have, not everybody in social media have the skill set for this. I'm not distracted by crazy comments, because uno no see what me see. The people them now go trust you for do nothing. Because as soon as them send something, as soon as you record them, everything gone a road. You know how long people confiding in me? You know how long? And nothing is played in the public domain. Even bloggers send me things in confidence. Nothing hit the public domain. Nothing. TikTok is a mad house. TikTok is a mad show. Most of them over there don't know what the hell they're talking about. Lost. Don't know what the hell they're talking about. So them see Ann over here, so and see Ann. Ann is not in Jamaica. Ann left Jamaica from in January. Ann and Mr. T is not together. And when I speak like this, the family members, them know what me I talk about. Huh? Yes. So whatever only here, over here, it is over 90% or more accurate. Big up yourself, Shanda. Big up yourself, Tiger. Big up yourself, Surprise. Big up to all of my ninjas them in the field. Yes. We have some credible people working. Big up yourself, J Progress. Those are trustworthy people. Sometimes them head kind of chip out, but those are trustworthy people. Big up yourself, Rise Up. Another ninja. My confidant. Can tell her anything and in a reach a road. Yes, my people. All right. Yeah, it's a tough one, but you see, the thing is this, that we have to be honest with the people. And if things change, you see, all along when I ask for information. When I call for the family them to come out and talk. They're still afraid. And they're afraid of the backlash. But if any of them reach out to me, if they're going to come over here, I'm going to vet them. Vet them very good. I'm not going to ask anyone to confess to me about murdering anyone. Because if anyone confess to me, I have a duty as a law-abiding citizen to report them to the police. So don't make the mistake and confess to me. Because if you do, I'm reporting you. Because I'm a law-abiding citizen. I won't tell anyone that you confess. It will be recorded and it will be turned over to the authorities. If that is what you want, anybody who harmed Jaden, I want to want cap a plea deal, I want to don't know where to turn, give me a call. I was talking to my brethren earlier today for some advice. And them man, they have CTAP and speed dial. Him say, yard boss. Yard boss. And me give a CTAP, one of my brethren a CTAP, you know, call him and deal with him. I say, no, not right now. Not right now. So if you don't want a safe passage and you don't trust certain police, I can create safe passage to for you. Yes. All right. So what we're gonna do? We're 25 minutes in. We're 25 minutes in, right? Please like the live stream and please subscribe to the channel if this is your first time seeing me on your screen. This is where you're gonna get the most credible information in regards to the Jada Smith case. And as I was saying earlier, my people, if you're just joining the live stream, I receive not our boarding pass, the itinerary. Yeah. So I received the flight itinerary last night. The flight was actually delayed. I was able, because this is the way how I work, right? I don't just take something where somebody send me as at face value, because those things can be doctored. But what cannot be doctored, no matter what people want to try tell on us, you can't go in on a flight, no airline and go doctor nothing. You can't go in and go doctor nothing. For who? Little Shaneque? Huh? Shaneque Illuminati? Shaneque named President Trump? Not even Andrew Holness, them with doctor no boarding pass, no itinerary for. So no make nobody tell you no foolishness. When it come out telling you, oh, them go doctor that. Nonsense. Not credible. So when I received the documents, Spidey sense went up and be like, I can't take this as face value and come show people. I can't do that. So I start research, and I was able to pull up everything. The money that was spent, the credit card that was used, of course it was truncated, right? The last 4 digits of the credit card that was used, the seat that the person actually sat in. The person wouldn't know say I had those skills. But I couldn't trust that document without seeing everything. I needed to see everything. When the ticket was purchased, I needed to see everything. And I was able to see everything. And that is how I'll be able to present it to the public and say, this is authentic. This is factual. So, we're going to listen, just a recap, right, on the family statements. And then we're going to open the phone lines. Remember, my people, if me tell you so me get it, me get it. If me tell you so me have it, me have it. This is private information. I'm still in negotiations with the person that sent me the document. And the person who sent me the document, if you're watching this, see, you can trust me. I know you're watching. You can trust me. I'll know I'm gonna blow your cover. You can trust me. I'm not gonna release the information unless you tell me to do that. Yes. But thank you. Thank you. And things will change. Things will change. Because I trust my people, them at least over here in the Yard Boss movement, they are with me. They understand me. Yeah. They understand me. They understand that I'm not a follower. I don't bend to public pressure because all of this is for justice. I don't care if people say, oh, YaadBoss, when I release the actual document, oh, YaadBoss, you pick up it. I could care zero. I am doing the right thing. I could care zero if those who are looking at this with an unbiased lens say, oh, YaadBoss, you're full of this, you're full of that. You pick up for the wicked family then. You'd be a fully dunce. I love to use that word, right? Because I know most of my people them over here have common sense. You would be a fully dunce. This is something that's checked out, verified, and if it goes against your crown witness, to put this a person here up still as your crown witness. Then you will be moving further and further from actually getting justice for Jaden Smith. That is what we want, right? We want justice for Jaden Smith. So let's get justice for Jaden Smith. That is what we all want, justice. We can get justice, but we need to be fair even towards those who you not like, who you can't stand. Yes. Yes, my people. So we're going to go through this and we're going to break it down, and then we'll open up the phones or we'll go through the comment section. But this is a serious night tonight. Huge development in the Jaden Smith case. I received the itinerary last night. Out of all of the bloggers them, who them come to? You know why? Credibility. Fairness. That is it.
My name is Anne-Marie Thompson. I'm the guardian of Jaden, also his aunt. So on Thursday evening, maybe around 6:30, he and my grandson, who is Zaire Cook, 2 years old, is a United States citizen. So he came down just a month ago to be with us. And he have a cartoon with a little action cartoon on it where he jumps and he do the action. So he was there in the living room doing it with Jaden. I don't know exactly because I was in my bedroom. I don't know exactly what the intent of the movement was. But then in the room I hear Zaire scream out. So I rushed to the room only to find him on the ground, crouching his leg like this. So I pick him up, rush into the room, and then I realized that I can't move him. So I said, something is seriously wrong. I called my husband and said, okay, we're going to rush him to the hospital. I called Jaden. I said, Jaden, what happened? Jaden said he fell on his leg. I said, okay. I said, Jaden, you just have to be more careful when playing with the baby. That's all we said. All of us got ready and we went off to the hospital. Remember,
No, let's pause there. So a lot of people, when they first saw that, yeah, you know what they said? Wicked liar woman. When they first saw that, how she looked, these are people who are not trained in public speaking. When you look at the body language, you will say, it detects some form of deception. But what she was saying, was that false? The incident actually occurred, right? The incident actually occurred, and the baby actually broke his femur bone. That is a fact. Some people say him not broke him femur bone, right? But the baby broke his femur bone. I'm going to try and see if I can get the medical records. I'm not sure if my source would actually release that. I'm not sure, but I'll try and see. But that is irrelevant, you know. That is not even relevant. The fact that the baby was injured, there's no doubt about that. Nurses saw the family in the hospital. So whether or not the femur bone broke, yes or no, the baby was actually injured. So what Miss Ann just said right there, people may say she looked like she's an old wicked woman, but what came out of her mouth was consistent across the board, all family members. Let's continue with people. Remember, the family has been convicted in the court of public opinion based on their public statement. All of the females, them are going up against Mr. T, and Mr. T statement will send everybody to prison if he is proven to be factual with his sightings. When you hear me just say a while ago, Mr. T is the crown witness on the stand, convicting his entire family, sending them to prison. Let's continue.
If Mega Mart through the back gate. I was there with the detective watching the footage at Mega Mart. And when I saw him, because I was the one that said to Jaden there.
Oh, you saw him?
Right. And the thing that struck me too, when Jaden left Little Caesar, I bought Jaden an umbrella. And Jaden gave away his umbrella that same day, and the rain was falling crazy. That he came home one evening with his books wet in the bag. So I decided to give him my umbrella that I just bought the day before. Because I even spoke to that child. When he said that the father called me and said that the child came over with Jaden's umbrella. So I asked the father to let me speak to the child, and he allowed me to speak to the child. I asked him, did you bring home Jaden's umbrella? He said yes. I said, why did Jaden give you the umbrella? And then the rain was still falling. He said that Jaden said he was waiting on somebody.
Okay.
Stick a pin right there. There, Jaden was waiting on somebody. That somebody that Jaden was waiting on is a cousin. Which cousin? I personally don't know. In the public domain, the cousin that most people believe that Jaden Smith was waiting on is Shaneque. In the public domain, most people believe that the cousin that picked up Jaden from behind a Mega Mart was Shaneque. Does Jaden have any other cousins? Demar is a cousin. Shaneque brother Romain is a cousin. Could it be a cousin on the mother's side? Could it be a cousin on the mother's side? Did he say his cousin from foreign? Or did he say he was just waiting on a cousin? In order to determine what Jaden Smith actually said, there would be an interview by the police of that little girl or that little boy to find out who Jaden was referring to as a cousin that was going to come and pick him up after school. Wanna get what I'm saying? Wanna follow my drift? Because if what I receive prove that our crown witness is a bow-faced liar, is the cousin that Jaden Smith was referring to, is that Shaneque, or is that someone else? Can't rule out them are. can't rule out a cousin from the mother side. But here's one person. As we go along in this investigation, we're going to see, and this is going to go in a total different direction, my people. Trust me. The police, them, have the information what me I talk about. And that is the reason why them not arrest nobody. That is the reason why nobody is arrested. Them interview everybody in order to arrest and charge somebody for murder and lock them up for the rest of them life. You must put them in the same vicinity with Jaden Smith and have forensic, circumstantial, or physical evidence tying that person to murdering Jaden. If you don't have that, you don't have any case. Don't make nobody fool you know. Don't make nobody continue to milk you know. Because me tell you already, if my crown witness turn out to be full of SHIT, me done. It's up to the police. Me done. Not saying that we're going to stop. But as far as beating the family members, that's not how I operate. As long as they not confess to me, you know. If somebody in the family actually murdered Jaden, them have got answer to the Lord. But if I can't track Jaden to the yard in the presence of a family member, I'm not going to continue to waste my time. I leave that up to other people to do it. Let's continue.
Jaden left there at 3:49 because I was there to watch all the footage with the detective. Jaden left the Little Caesar at 3:49. That was the last time the camera picked him up. 3:49. And it would take Jaden about 20 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes to walk from Little Caesar to reach all the way back to Mega Mart. And the rain was still falling. When I watched the footage at Mega Mart, it was still raining when Jaden went outside. Jaden put on him back as a usual child, put on him back. And he was alone in the rain.
Oh Lord.
You're not literally seeing the rain, but you could see the rain dropping in the water on the ground.
Yes.
It was not coming down very hard at that time. When I saw Jaden goes to the back gate, I said, yes, I'm going to turn back down a Manchester school gate. Jaden did not turn that direction. I ball out in Mega Mart office that day, and I said, Jesus Christ, where Jaden I go. Jaden turned the road and go around the corner, and there's a stoplight.
Yes. So
let me just say this. What she was saying, she was in the presence of a detective. I believe it was the first detective on the case. What a lot of people don't know in the public domain is the Wednesday, Jada Smith was actually straying after school. This is prior to Zaire hurting himself. I don't remember if it was off, I believe it was off Perth Road, one of them road there that he was on after school, maybe around 5 o'clock, 5:30. And it's one of his family members that ran into him and brought him home. That is not circulated in the public domain. And there was a statement by a family member that said, blank, blank, blank. If I say it, it's going to blow the people them cover. And I know my people them are watch me. So, Jaden Smith was strained from Wednesday. We're not here to convict people and continue to bash them and convict them in the court of public opinion if new evidence arise that is factual and can be checked out. I am not going to continue to do it. If there's something there that the authorities them can prove, it's on them. Let's continue.
They ever went there to search and search in the houses, in a bush?
We search all of those places. In all of those places, and one lady said them saw Jaden the Friday evening with the bag. Well, one gentleman sent past Jaden on the road, soaking wet.
Oh, so when he passed him on the road, that would be Friday evening, when you never know, say, no come on yet.
Right. That was after he left Mega Mart.
Mega Mart and go through the back gate.
Right. So that would be maybe around minutes to 5 o'clock.
Question. Where is your baby father living?
My husband lives with me, but he's away in military training. He left the Tuesday when the incident happened the Thursday. And
Oh, he left
he doesn't have any, he can't have his...
No, I'm not saying you have anything. So
No, I'm saying...
Let me stop right there, right? So Anne said that somebody saw Jaden, right, soaking wet. I believe that was off Perth Road, okay? And there is like some assumption that Jaden was actually lured to a house off Perth Road. And then the assumption is that that house is tied to Manchester High School. And then there was a vision that kept on seeing principal of Manchester High School. The question that I have for the principal of Manchester High School is this. He's a man with resources. A man with money. I am a law-abiding citizen. And if bloggers, home and abroad, live by my name, night in, night out, I'm going to get on the phone and call my attorney and say, draft up a cease and desist letter and send it to every single blogger. We put my face on a thumbnail and call up my name in a them video. That is what I would have done. And him still can do it. Because the bloggers then beat him night in, night out. That is what is puzzling to me. That is what is puzzling to me. Why? There was a protest in front of Manchester High School. And following that protest, he made a press conference with CVM. And he threatened to call his lawyer. But me no see no lawyer call. That is puzzling to me. Really, really puzzling to me. All right. Let's continue.
He can't have his phone.
Yeah. So your husband left the Tuesday, you said, correct?
Well, the Monday.
The Monday. And you went to Jamaica the Thursday, correct?
No, the Friday.
The Friday. And Jaden was in school the Friday, correct?
Correct.
So I am kind of, I'm just thinking, I am saying Jaden was here Thursday and then you went to Jamaica and Jaden is now missing. See, when you guys gonna say Jaden look like he's taking drugs or what? Jaden don't look like a chubby
And that
child.
is me talking outside of the box, and I'm sure I explained that.
And
to you,
Jaden,
that
at the
is
picture,
not
I'm looking at the
normal.
picture. This boy look
Yes,
very
sweetheart, and
stressed.
you're
Like he's a maid in the house. He looks stressed. You guys can come out there and say and talk nice and sweet, but Jaden look like he's so tired.
Tell 1,000 words in the picture.
When my cousin got to Jamaica to relieve my aunt from the hospital, because when she landed in Montego Bay, she landed after 2 in Montego Bay. From Montego Bay to Mandeville is like a 3 hours drive. She went straight to Mandeville so she could relieve my auntie so she could go home from the hospital. That was Friday night. So she got to the hospital around after 7 p.m.
Hi, everybody.
Yeah,
Hi, Shaneque. I am Shenik. And Kami is my cousin. And everything that she's saying is correct because Kami is like a sister. Both mothers grow very close together. Everybody grow very close together. So as these things happen, I message her immediately.
My stepdaughter Friday morning reach hospital.
Yeah.
Really see mother. Shaneque and his friend when they come in in our area so was spiritual at the same time but freshen up because carry no close offering.
But where was Shaneque at the time?
Shaneque and Tommy, that's spiritual. Yes, that's spiritual.
Yeah, but the thing now, you don't know so that's spiritual and that people ask.
Yeah, me understand what you're saying. But me carry the bunch of key go give Shaneque in her hand right down
no, me know in the morning.
Yeah, they don't 3 Angels Pharmacy.
So based on those conversations, right? Shaneque saying that she arrived in the island at 2 o'clock through Montego Bay. Okay? If Shaneque, wanna just listen to what I'm saying to you now. If Shaneque travel itinerary shows that she traveled through Montego Bay, if she landed anytime after 9 o'clock, Mr. T is a big old liar, or his time is way off. If Shaneque travel itinerary show that she landed at 2 o'clock, could it be that Mr. T was mistaking the early morning sighting on Friday? It should have been on a Saturday. Is that possible? We'll just have to wait and see. I've seen this a lot in investigation. Times, color of clothes, what somebody look like, all over the place. All over the place. But he came across as being credible, confident, poised, not nervous. So my analysis was, Shaneque is a wicked old liar girl. That was my analysis. Mr. T is my crown witness. That is still my analysis. But people of Jamaica, home and abroad, if we see something that contradicts Mr. T 9 o'clock sighting and Mr. T 3 o'clock sighting, what would we do? Would we still hold Mr. T as a credible crown witness? That is a question for you, Jamaica. Because if you see something different, you cannot be a credible person and hold Smaddy, whose judgment is so off, and continue to beat the accused in the public. Cannot. over the next couple of days, we're going to see whether or not Mr. T will remain the crown witness.
At what time?
I'll be telling you, say, early in about 9 o'clock.
And police can get the footage from there. First, I went to KFC when I just came to Mandeville because the baby wanted chicken and chips, and this was about 6:50 when I text mommy and said waiting on it. Then I meet them at 7:09 and I got to the hospital. And at the hospital was mommy, daddy, Demar. And they stayed with me for about an hour before they left. After an hour, they went home.
So in them, I used to lock the phone.
You know why she's saying the blood of Jesus? Because of the crown witness. That is why she's saying the blood of Jesus. Because we have a crown witness, Mr. T. Shaneque never produced her boarding pass, her itinerary. No, it was her words against the crown witness. Everyone saw the mother of the child as being the one with the motive to hurt Jaden. Her child got injured. She was crossed, hungry, miserable, head chip out, and she fly down, ready for broke up Jaden. Anywhere she was in. That is why you heard that person on the live stream saying the blood of Jesus. Because she is comparing Shaneque's timeline to the crown witness timeline. But I say to you, Jamaica, if there is an itinerary that is checked out and verified that contradicts the crown witness accounts, if you are credible, you have to kick the crown witness aside. And me here say, the crown witness love beat. But I'm saying to you, it's not going to outright free the family from murder. It's not. What it's going to do is, it's going to lay my case, YaadBossTv case, to rest and leave it to the hands of the authority. And up to the family members or whosoever murdered Jaden to confess to the crime. Because if my crown witness gone, my case smash up. Huh? If my crown witness is not credible, my case smash up, my case done, me nah no case. Me nah no case. Me nah know about nobody else. Me nah have no case. Me can't solve this one here. Because I be a if and but me have to go but. If this one I go here, so if that the one they go there, so. Let's continue. Listening to the crown witness.
Yeah. He didn't used to lock the phone.
Yes.
But when I come in and we check the phone, like, you understand? The phone locked.
Yes.
Call it up.
Yeah.
There ain't nobody else in there.
Yeah.
So, we drive out same time, we pick up back home, we carry. We pick up in daddy and in bigger brother. We just head back and go. Maybe you know get no drive for Mandeville.
Yes.
And we head back out of Mandeville. Before we reach Mandeville, we meet up a new post station.
Yeah.
We tell the police. We say, officer, we go yard, me say me look him nephew in law. So we go
Oh, that after about much hour, right?
No man, me I say early in about say 6:30, 6:45.
Pause it right there. So Mr. T now, 3 key timeline on Friday. A 9 o'clock sighting across the street at the pharmacy, we put a key in a Shaneque hand. Shaneque and Tommy take the key and go a spur tree. Then around 3 o'clock again, he saw Shaneque. And then around 6:30, 7 o'clock, he made contact with the Newport police station. Now, according to Miss Ann stated that they departed the hospital after 7. Mr. T, Demar, and Ann departed the hospital after 7. Shaneque stated that she arrived at the hospital after 7. Miss Ann and Shaneque timeline is in sync. Most people believe that wicked Ann is covering up for her wicked daughter because the crown witness timeline on the Friday seems believable. Crown witness timeline seems believable. Let's continue.
The same Friday?
Oh, same Friday?
Yeah.
Confident?
Yes.
So Mr. Norman, Jaden not in school so late. When Shaneque got the hospital, we were here. When Shaneque walked in, I was going to buy a smoke down at the hospital. So Shaneque walked in. I have to tell you time now really.
So what time you would have said you reach at the hospital?
Reach our hospital maybe about say. You don't want to know that. I just tell you say, I the evening really that part.
What after 7?
No man, no man. Earlier that man. Maybe about say maybe about school on Friday little over 1:30.
Yeah.
So maybe I will say anyway after them the hours there.
After 1:30 you reach hospital?
No man, we reach school hospital maybe about say 3 after the hours. Yeah, maybe a little later.
So just the time we try for work. So people, them are Jaden too, look a friend them. What is it? Yeah, your cousin. Who are the cousin? You are the cousin. I'm my friend. Alright, so yeah, madam going. Oh, alright, so they're family. And alright, I know her. So watch her go on. Where's it? The same day the 2 and Jaden take the taxi. No, that they said the uncle tell the truth, say in take taxi for true. Alright, so yeah. One skull boss, you know. Yeah, rich. Yeah, man. Yeah. Oh, so I'm lifting my friend, so I'm going to go down the road. Yeah. Yeah. So from that to know about Jaden.
So you're the last person from the community to see me.
Oh, is that? Yeah. Them are who?
That are the 15-year-old.
15-year-old. Or him call and say Jaden to come home. What time calling? Was him call your phone and ask if you? Or catch you and Jaden a friend? People say. Yeah. So people were there, but big up on yourself now.
So a lot of people, some people had Jaden not going to school on the Friday. I think that is nonsense. They were just missing information. Some people say Jaden Smith was murdered on the Thursday. That is also nonsense. Jaden Smith went to school. And Jaden Smith probably lost his life on the Friday. If he was abducted and sacrificed, as some people believe, not just one people believe that, more than one, because we have a lot of religious people within the YaadBoss movement that believe that Jaden Smith was indeed sacrificed. Could it be that Jaden Smith was being tracked and this was the perfect opportunity to kidnap him and sacrificing. But the first step to lend some credibility to this or to reshape this investigation is to get the release from my source to show the public the flight itinerary of Shaneque flying to Jamaica. That is the first step. And YaadBossTv, we have an open door policy to any of the family members who want to come and talk. It will be a controlled environment. It will not be no got you questions. It will not be any attacks. And if I can't verify what them tell me, them can't come by you. If me can't hear the pureness in them heart, them now come in front of my audience and tell my audience a bunch of nonsense. If me ask question and them a buck and shuffle, them now come over here. Them now come over here. But this is a major development. This is what we've been asking for. I've been calling for this months upon months upon months. Months upon months upon months. But people were searching for people who they can trust, who they feel safe with. That was the problem. I'm not going to change the person that I am. The person who approach everyone with an open mind and listen. That is how you get along. That is how you get ahead in life. Not being closed-minded. Nope. I've been in rooms with CEOs. I've been in rooms with murderers. When I'm looking at them, I can see the devil in them. I can see the dopey in them. But let's just give people the benefit of the doubt, my people. Even if you don't like them, even if you see the demon in them, give them the benefit of the doubt. Let's create a safe space. If they want to come and clear themselves, let them come. Because we need closure. We desperately need closure in this case here. Let me plug in this laptop before it got there. 1 second. All right, my people, so the phone line is open. Let me turn on the phone. Let me turn on this phone here. Let's go to the comment section. I know there's a lot of comments. Hopefully, you know, in the comments about me out, you know. I hope not. Let's big up some of our channel members. Big up on yourself. Channel members, when you saw this one coming, I couldn't tell you everything. And please, me, I beg you, join, become a member today, and help us to grow. So Linda Williams, big up yourself in the chat. So we have Hazel Sweet. We have Monica, big up yourself. So we have Marcia Prince, big up yourself. Marcia, big up again. Hazel, big up. I'm sure we have Maureen in the chat. Big up yourself. So we have Gisetta Headley. Big up yourself. Let's continue down. Yes, yes, yes. If I'm missing any members, so we have Linda again. Big up yourself, Linda. And big up to all of the members, them. New members and old members. And even those who have been riding with Yard Boss from the beginning. Even if you're not a member, big up on yourself. Big up to everyone in the chat. All the subscribers. Because over here, so we say what? 1 cocoa. Full basket. So the phone is on. Feel free to call in and join the conversation. What do you think? If we have new evidence in the public domain, what would your views be if the crown witness is no longer the crown witness? Where do we go from here? Do you have any flexibility in your heart to say investigation, change, pivot? Let me know. Let me know, my people. All right, let's go to the comments here. Then we can wait. So good night, Yard Boss. Good night, Yard Boss, and everyone on this platform. Yard Boss, you are the best. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Blessings to you, Mr. Yard Boss. Justice for Gina Smith. Amen. So Maureen said, blessing on Yard Boss platform. May God help us to get justice for Jaden Smith. That is it. Justice for Jaden Smith, wherever it come from. Somebody call, somebody hang up. I guess them afraid to talk on the ear. Good evening again, Yard Boss. Another journey on Jaden Smith. Justice for Jaden Smith. Yes. Yes, continue. Thank you, Yard Boss, for your interest. Working on Jaden Smith case to get justice. You see, people don't feel comfortable with everybody. That is the thing. You know? That is the thing. And I want to beat the people them, you know. People beat. But beating is justified because it's based on my crown witness. My crown witness are the boss, you know. And if the story them not add up to my crown witness and me not have no additional evidence, me go beat. Continue to beat and continue to research. And I've been calling to show us this and show us that. Show me a boarding pass. Show me an itinerary. I've been calling it for months. Hello, good evening. This is Yard Boss. You're live on the air. Hello?
Hello, good night, Yard Boss.
Yes. How you doing?
I didn't hear the itinerary for Shaneque. Did you give it out?
Not yet. I didn't get the release yet. But what I can confirm is this. I got it last night, right? And what I was able to verify is this, right? I was able to verify the cost of the ticket. So the person didn't send that to me. Okay? In order to present it to my audience, I always fact check. Okay? So I was able to verify the cost of the ticket, the seat that the person sat in, right? The airline, the airport that the person departed from, and the arrival airport, right? And the itinerary was for September 26, 2025, and the flight was actually delayed from the origination. Let me see if I can see the seat number. I can give you guys a seat number. That's not a big deal. I can give that out on the ear. Let me find it here. Let me find it. All right, so let's see. So the seat number for the departure flight is 32C, and the person checked on one carry-on bag. That is what I'm allowed to give, the basic right now. I have the flight number, I have the time that it was departed, all of that good stuff. I have the duration of the flight. Yes. Any other questions?
Yes.
Mhm.
I think Jaden went to school on Friday,
Yeah.
and I am wondering, someone at school gave Jaden information to go on Perth Road, because why would he go on all the, I mean, what would he be doing on Perth Road? Someone had to give him instruction to go up there, and I am wondering who is that person. If it is the principal who was at school monitoring him all day, gave him that instruction to go up on Perth Road to meet whoever he said he was going up there to meet.
And the problem is he's not alive to even talk. You know? He's not alive to talk. Everybody's talking for him.
Exactly. And by listening to the interviews that the principal did, there is a number of information that you could gather from his interviews when you're looking back at his interviews. I mean, 6 months later, and you see all those lies. All those lies keep showing up now. When you go back through the interviews of the principal, you realize that there's a lot of lies that he has told. And I am wondering, why was he telling all those lies? What is he hiding? There is something about the principal that is, something ain't right with the principal in all of this.
And the problem that we're having is he's not doing what it takes to clear his name.
Yes, because you see, it's going to be so difficult for him to clear his name because of the interviews that he did, and he told so many lies in the interviews, and you have to wonder, how could he? I mean, what was he hiding? What is his involvement that caused him to be telling all these whole bunch of lies?
Even the principal is free to come over here and talk to us, Yeah, even the principal is free. Yeah. To explain himself to the people. Because something happened to Jaden.
Yeah, something went wrong, and I think I have this feeling that the principal is so deeply and rooted involved. That's why the police is not able to, come forward and do much or say much about it because of the embarrassment and the shame, on the school and, the mandeville and a whole that is going to bring.
Let me say this in defense of the police, right? Not saying I'm defending them, okay? I'm a straight shooter. Based on what I received last night, okay? They don't have enough evidence to charge any of the family members. Based on what I received, they don't. In order, I'm gonna keep on telling you, right? In order to charge somebody for murder, these are the thresholds that you have to reach. You have to be able to track Jaden in the arms of wicked girl Shaneque, in the arms of Mr. T, in the arms of anybody in the house, in the arms of anybody behind Begamat. You have to see them together to charge the people them with murder. That is how courthouse business go. That is how people get away with murder. So we have the timelines that we're tracking, but if them can't place like where you say now phone pings and all them things, they track Shaneque by phone ping, track Jade, but Jade not even have no phone. So it would have to be like somebody have to see him going at the yard, somebody have to see somebody at the yard, and tie Jade with them people that in the house. And if you can't do that, people will get away with murder. Police them just can't charge you so. I'm not here to lie to my audience. The best chance we had is for Mr. T to remain the crown witness. And see Jade going a wicked girl Shaneque car in the back of Mega Mart. And you can place her right there with Jaden. And right there, so we can charge that person with murder because you see them in the same vicinity. So, but if the person was not there in the vicinity, Shaneque is not responsible for the disappearance of Jaden if she was not in the area. You get what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Not saying that all hope is lost, you know. I'm just being truthful to my people then.
So when are we going to get the ticket release, YaadBoss?
Still in negotiation. I have it, but I cannot, right? I have it, but in order for the people them to trust me, I can't release it until them say, go ahead. I believe they're gonna give me the go ahead. Because they're watching right now. Okay?
So have you seen the Mega Mart footage?
No, I haven't seen that. I'm gonna ask for it. I haven't seen it. And I'm not even sure if the family members them have it. But the detective them should have the footage. Yeah. The Manchester department, they did do some work, but they do not have the evidence to charge the people them for murder. You can't just charge people for murder. So if you not have the trace, if them not see Jade not going to the car, right, off Perth Road, remember Jade was right there at the light at Perth Road, right? And if they did look at Jamaica Eye, right, and they see Jaden Smith walking and he didn't get in a car, or you go charge somebody with murder and him never get in a car. And even when him go on Perth Road and somebody at the big White House say, them see Jaden, right? Them see him. No, if the people them did lower Jaden in that their house, they, you know, the police them would have to get a confession from them people because Jaden Smith does not have a cell phone. So a cell phone ping is not going to put him at the house there. And if them go up, they go search and Jaden Smith blood there, then you can match it up with Andrine and then you get a DNA. Right? But all them things, they have to come with evidence to charge people with murder. And in this case, yeah, that is why it's so difficult. And people, the prayer warriors, they must say, we need a confession. You know? But right now, our only hope is see him up on the screen, Mr. T. For me, and over on this YaadBossTV, we don't know about nobody else. Right? Mm-hmm. That is it.
Yeah, okay then, yeah, boss.
All right. Take care.
Yeah, okay.
Bye-bye. It is a day, a mighty, mighty day. All right, let's continue. Blessings, everyone, and justice for our little brother, Jaden Smith. Yes. Good evening. This is Yard Boss, live on the air.
How you doing?
Not bad. How are you?
I'm doing well. So I've been listening to all these things, and one of the things that I want to ask, I was watching you playing the interview with L.A. Lewis, and he was talking to Mr. T, and then he started talking to the two friends.
Yeah.
The two friends of Jaden.
Yeah.
And they said DeMar called them. Okay, so from get-go, they were saying that there's a lock on Jaden's phone. So how did DeMar get Jaden's friend number to call him?
No, they're all friends.
Oh.
Yeah, they all from the same community. So it's Jaden friend and it's DeMar friend.
Wow. So the other thing that I was looking at, and I also was listening to Price.
Yeah.
Surprise. And you were saying that the only person that have perfect timing and set timing was Shaneque. Because she said that she was at this place at that time and that time. But Mr. T didn't have like a set time to say I was there at that time and this is the perfect, like 9:15 or 10:15 or whatever the case is. And truth be told, if you're not planning something, then you don't even remember the time. So with that said, I think she's lying.
Yeah,
I think she's definitely lying. And,
there could be, right? There could be a defense for that.
And I know that somebody had to hold Jaden and put him in a car or hold him and take him somewhere, because and the person that takes him to the place where they want him, it has to be somebody that he knows. It has to be a person that he knows, because he's not gonna get into a car with somebody that he doesn't know. So somebody that he knows, like Shaneque or DeMar or somebody that he knows, has to be in the car for him to go in there.
Yeah, but you see the problem that we're having here, right? You have to prove it. You get what I'm saying?
I understand that.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like I have to go back to Donald's case. I know there's a lot of tests being done and all of that.
Yeah.
But the thing is, if they have all these things are going out about the family members, so why can't they take Mr. T and question him?
Yeah, but what we know about Donald's case? Tell me what you know about Donald's case.
So I've been watching it where they said they didn't find a body. I don't really follow the case like I follow Jaden.
Yeah.
But they didn't find a body. But yet still somebody being charged for murder.
So you know why? You know why?
They find blood.
They saw Donnelly on CCTV footage within the apartment complex going in and never making it back out.
Okay.
They saw a coach. They saw a coach going over the balcony, going onto a truck, and going into Maxfield to wash. Was Donald's body in that the coach there? They saw a mattress in the house that was missing. Okay? So all of that right there, those are all circumstantial evidence, very, very strong circumstantial evidence, and very, very strong physical evidence or DNA was right there within the house. What we have for Jaden, we can't even place Jaden with a murderer.
No, but the thing is, I'm also looking at how the principal said somebody saw him. Somebody saw him. And then the aunt said somebody saw him. And then the Megamart footage, only the aunt saw that.
Yeah.
So I don't know. This is just a crazy case that it's just heartbreaking that we can't even find something valid, like something to say, well, he was at this place at that time. Because the Megamart footage is not being released to the public.
Mm-hmm. I think we can track Jaden, right? Going behind the back of Megamart. You can track him at the stoplight at Perth Road. After that, he's in no man's land.
Wow.
Yeah, after that, he's in no man's land.
I'm so sorry, though.
He does not have a cell phone for any pings, right? You don't know who pick him up.
Right.
You don't know where. Some people are saying him reach back at the yard, somebody from the neighborhood bring him back at the yard. But then you have to go depend on that person to put them life on the line to go talk. So if nobody not talking and you can't, the problem is connecting Jaden in the presence of those that would harm him. And if you can't do that.
You know, I was listening to Tiger yesterday.
Yeah.
And he was talking to this guy that says he's a neighbor or whatever. Yeah. And he said they put up a picture with him with Jaden, and Jaden was smiling, and he was smiling with Jaden's aunt. Mm-hmm. And the guy came on there and he was so upset, and they were trying to tell him that they didn't put up the picture to say that he has anything to do with the missing of Jaden, but they put up the picture to say that they have never seen Jaden smiling, but he was smiling in that picture. Yeah. And the guy was going off, and they were questioning him and asking him if he believed the family had anything to do with it, and he said no, the family treats him good and blah blah blah. And it's just like they're trying to press him for things, and the guy's like, oh, I'm not gonna tell him like other people them and whatever. Yeah. So I mean, it's so much. It's like people know stuff, but they're not coming forward with it. Because I think that guy literally knows something. In the way he's talking and the way he's behaving, he knows something. But you just don't want to let anybody down. And like you said, the key witness is Mr. T. Anytime Mr. T decides to confess or come forward and say what he actually knows, because in the first place, I honestly don't think he knew everything. But in when he had the interview with LA, after that, that's when he get the full detail of what goes on.
So let me ask you a question, right? You believe that Mr. T indeed saw Shaneque at 9 o'clock in the morning on Friday?
Absolutely. Because he has no reason to lie. Like, why would he lie if he has no reason to lie?
And do you believe that he saw her at 2 o'clock again? Around 2, 3 o'clock? He said
I don't know about it 2, 3 o'clock, because then she left. So I couldn't say because he was saying that he doesn't really remember the time when he saw her after that.
But you're a juror on a case. You have to believe your crown witness. You say you believe your crown witness at 9 o'clock in the morning. Why wouldn't you believe your crown witness after 2 o'clock?
No, but he said he's not sure. Then 9 o'clock was sure.
Yeah, but he said he saw her in the evening. He wasn't sure whether or not it's 2 o'clock or 2:30, somewhere around there. But him same force him see her.
Yeah, but I agree that he saw her in the evening.
Yeah.
But the time that whatever he's saying, it's not concrete. So he had to see her in the evening.
And what if, and let me ask you this question now. Remember, you're a juror on the case, right? And you have your crown witness, Mr. T. What if Shaneque itinerary prove otherwise? Would you throw Mr. T as your crown witness and say Something wrong with him?
Well, if the boarding pass proves something different, then I would have to go by the boarding pass. But yet still, like people been saying, and I believe that the boarding pass can be tampered with.
Yeah, a boarding pass can be tampered with, right? But what I did, you can't tamper with that.
Okay. So
I'm not showing you guys any boarding pass. So you see that Shaneque was on the plane or she was not on the plane.
So YaadBoss, you make my mind going all over the place now. So with this conversation, it's like something is not happening up for you. What is not happening?
No, what I'm probing, right? Because you remember, you know, right? We all started out with Mr. T being our crown witness.
Right.
With all of the sighting. And what I'm saying to you is I received Shaneque's boarding pass itinerary last night.
Right.
And what I'm saying to all of my people them over here, right? Credible people with flexibility, that if new evidence come into the play in the public domain, right, that throws a wrench in the crown witness timeline, you have to throw it out. You have to throw out the crown witness.
Right. But this is what I'm saying. If you hand somebody something, you come to me for a piece of paper and I hand the paper to you. The time when I hand the paper to you, I'm going to know the time.
Yes, but do you remember the day? That is the problem.
Oh, wow. So, oh my goodness. I don't know. It's just crazy.
Just wait until it play out. Let it play out, right? Let it play out.
It's just crazy. Well, I just know that God has to intervene. Without the intervention of our Creator, this thing is gonna just go AWOL.
Yeah.
But keep doing your thing. You're doing an awesome job, and I pray for you every day because I see sometimes I see the stress and everything that you're going through because you want to know that somebody paid a penalty for what they did, and I think that everybody that comes on your program wants the same thing.
Yes.
So I just wish and pray and hope for the best.
Yes.
And take care of yourself, and I'll continue to pray for you.
All right. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
This is YaadBoss. You're live on the air. Hello.
Good night. Hello.
Yes, I can hear you.
From Jamaica. Yes, I want to just put my piece on the whole situation with Shenik. I'm wondering, we know of cases where when a person is dead, they burn the person's body. If a person's body is burned, I believe that there's no way you can find any trees to identify that it is Tom Brown or Mary Jane.
Yes.
So what if Jaden's body was burned by some funeral home or somebody who has expertise in that type of service? And in such a case, I think it might be I'm thinking, why don't they look at that too? It could be a case that we had burned the poor 12-year-old body.
Yep. That's possible.
And then that is where I think they would have need to try to investigate some of these funeral homes to see if anybody came by, if a body came by, if with such name, or if anyone had to dress up in the case that they want this particular body to be burned.
You're not going to get anything from the funeral home. If Jaden Smith's body was burned, you need a confession.
I'm thinking the same thing too, but the thing is that which one of them is going to confess?
Well,
it's only God Almighty alone with a miracle. He's gonna let any of them open their mouth and say anything.
We have a spirit boss on the case. Surprise, the spirit boss. And we have a lot of prayer warriors in this movement, yeah. them say a confession is gonna come. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I believe that this case is only probably, as you said, going to be solved by a confession.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody has to come out and just because at the end of the day, you do evil attracts evil. So if I do evil, in other words, I'm saying, if you do evil, I think you'll get away with it. The same evil will backfire upon you too.
Yeah, but here was surprise, I say no, right? Surprise, I say, if he was sacrificed, right? Him said the sacrifice went bad and somebody got paid. But the people them were sacrificing them, not confessing. Okay? So this a Jaden Smith case here. Me tell you, if a crown witness crumble, me a surprise. A surprise alone I go command them to come and talk. Yeah, if my crown witness crumble, I don't have no more case, my people. It's up to the spiritual leaders them.
You understand what they're saying? Because that person, as some person I put it, there are some inconsistencies in the responses that they all give and their commitments. So that's something that kind of raises a lot of questions as to what really goes on with hiding, what who knows what, who not talking. So you do have a point concerning that in terms of your crown witness. I mean, when I look at it, and when I heard what happened, because I was home and there's a little 12-year-old brilliant boy of Manchester High School can't be found. And then I heard a situation that some am in the yard, and I'm like, okay, so the little baby folk broke, but the baby now is alive, and I think he's on the road to recovery and kicking, and I soon start jump all over the place again. But where is this brilliant 12-year-old who could have become probably the Prime Minister of Jamaica? You probably come back to America and live your sweet life and cock up and feel wonderful and good. And if it is a sacrifice and it's done on the family and it's done through the family by association or direct contact, you're not supposed to cock up and live your good life, a sweet life. And if a poor mother they here can't find happiness, she don't know what she will like she all lose her mind. You're not supposed to have that sweet life.
Yeah, but you know where the problem come in? This is where the problem come in, right? Because really and truly, you know, Jaden Smith could have run away, you know. You see, if the family statement was consistent, Mr. T, Shaneque, everybody was consistent, we would not be having this public discussion about Jaden. Everybody would have believed that Jaden Smith run away.
Run away. But you know, when I was going, I remember when they were traveling from me to town, I'm saying to somebody in one car, and he said, "So, this is a boy run away, yeah. They make piano, they have great."
Hello.
I'm only have 1 minute left. I'm saying this is over 6 months. There's no way to pick up that running. I'm not going to in this again. This little boy is not even alive. Over 6 months? First of all, he might go hungry. Where am I get money from to buy food? You mean a bush? You must in a bush and dead so hungry. Rain, when the storm come, Melissa come and kill on the whole place. Which people will survive, Melissa?
Nobody.
Exactly. So this is no longer a case of a runaway again. It's not far past. It's a runaway out of it completely.
And the problem is if them can't find nobody, he's going to be missing forever until somebody come confess.
Yeah, true. For real. As it stands now, that's the case. He will be missing forever until somebody open up them big mouth and say something and talk and tell the truth.
Yep. All right, my people. All right. Yeah, over here, that is what you're going to get from me now. You're going to get the truth. Not saying that we're crown witness gone yet, you know. We're crown witness not gone yet. He's still in the fight. We just have to make things play out. Okay? Crown witness is still in the fight. All right, so let's see here. Yard Boss, you're doing an amazing job seeking justice for Jaden. Praying God's divine blood covering upon you. All right, let's see here. This is Yard Boss, you're live on the air. Turn down your TV, please. Hello. Hello, good night.
Yes, good night.
Yes. You're live on the air. Yes.
Hello?
Yes, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Yes, so I am here listening to you.
Yes.
And I actually listen to you.
Mm-hmm.
Hearing, so. Hello?
Yes, I'm hearing you. Yeah.
Oh, my phone. Hold on. My phone not turned on. Don't know why I'm not hear it, you know.
Yeah, you're hearing me. Go ahead. Talk to me.
Yes, so I'm saying that I listened to you on Jaden case.
Yeah.
And my input is I don't believe Mr. T is lying.
Mm-hmm.
What I believe with Mr. T, maybe the time in the morning, but I believe that Mr. T have seen her twice for the day.
Mm-hmm. Twice for the day on Friday.
Yes, he have seen her, because if he never seen her, he wouldn't come and say that he see her. He see her when he never see her. Mm-hmm. He sees her, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And what I want to say again is, if this child never led away to go anywhere when school over, he go straight home. Why would he go on Perth Road if he didn't get information to go up there, go on that road?
Yeah. If nobody gave him.
Yes, so he have to be sent. Somebody have to give him some information to say, go up there, so your cousin is going to come and meet you, whosoever is going to come and meet you. Can get a particular spot.
Yeah, but Jaden is familiar with that area now, because Jaden was seen on that road around that area around Wednesday.
Led away and go there. So in everything that they see, the killing.
Hello? Yes. Yes. Hello? Yes. Hello?
Yes, I'm listening.
Yeah, well, you were saying that somebody led him up on Perth Road, right? But he's familiar with that area, right? So if somebody told him to meet them up there, he knows where he's going, you know. But yeah,
listen now, remember now, you know, Perth Road. He could just go on Perth Road and just walk on the road. He would have to say, all right, get at this destination, wait right here, so.
Yeah.
When you go on Perth Road, wait right there, so.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
But the sacrifice thing, me not think, because if anything never happened to that little baby boy,
yeah,
the cousin wouldn't come down.
Right.
So me not go talk about the sacrifice part, but it's because the child get injured and the mother get mad, and she took her flight and she come down and they all do. I think Mr. T, he get to find out that who killed the little boy and what happened to him. I don't think Mr. T no senile, because if him in a senile, they won't have him around any children and drive children up and down.
Yeah.
You understand? So nothing about no senile. Mr. T is not senile, but they will pull off a string. They will pull that string.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. So thank you for listening.
All right. Blessings. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the court of public opinion. Over 90% of the people in the movement believe in the crown witness. Believe in the crown witness. Why people are telling me what we talk about and when we talk about it. 90+% of the people then believe Mr. T. Pretty consistent. But I just want the people them to have an open mind that if new evidence enter into the public domain that is fact-checked, have some flexibility, because we might be going down a different path. And remember, we're wondering why the police not charge nobody yet. There is a reason why. The investigation is not closed. So no make nobody telling us say investigation is closed. It's not closed. There's still a detective on the case. They are overwhelmed. Hurricane Melissa just come mash up the place. I know people personally that is actually calling the detectives day after day and not getting any response in the Jaden Smith case. People want justice, but we want the right set of people them to face judgment for Jaden Smith. Stay tuned, my people. The full itinerary is coming. I don't know if it's tomorrow. I don't know if it's the other day. But be patient with me. It's in a disaphonia and it's in a disaphonia. It did it. Me have it. 100% did it. But me want the people them to trust me. We can't release it unless them say, go ahead, release it. That's what we want, right? That's what we want. Until next time, my people, walk good. Thank you so much for joining another live stream on the YaadBossTv channel. All right, let's take this final call. Hello, good night. You're live on the air. Yes.
You are such a honorable and reputable person. I told you you're supposed to become the Prime Minister. Thank you very much for what you're doing and for all your explanation. What I'd say about the revealing the itinerary,
yes,
don't reveal it. You know why? We need to take your word for it, and you don't owe us any explanation to do all that you're doing, and it's not worth putting anybody who want to help and forward such information at risk, because it's just, we need to take your word for it.
No, it's not me. It's not me who want to release it, The people them want it to be released. It's not me.
Right. But here's the thing. At what cost? The people want it to be released, but at what cost?
No, they're fine. No, they're fine. They're totally fine. They're totally fine. Trust me. Trust me.
Well, as long as it's not going to put anybody's job on the line.
No, it's not.
Or
it's not.
Nobody will be affected by it. As long as nobody will be affected by it, then that's okay.
Yeah.
One. The other thing is, regardless of what it will reveal, whether it will confirm that Mr. T is telling the truth or not, we still believe that something bad happened to Jaden.
Yes.
At the hands of somebody.
Yes.
And I hear you when you say that on the Wednesday he was also going in the opposite direction. So maybe whatever happened on Thursday helped to, we don't know. And at this point, it's not even worth trying to speculate anymore.
Yeah. And that is the thing too, right? we have a lot of speculations in this case that will get people who are innocent murdered.
Yeah.
Okay? And if you can't place Jaden in the hands of the murderers, you should not be campaigning against people. Me, right? My crown witness is Mr. T.
Yeah.
And if I have evidence that go against what Mr. T say, but yeah, I don't have anybody else.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. And that's the thing about the honesty about you, is that you're honest enough and you take the high road. You're very honest, and you come out and you say, listen, this is the situation, and you know that's a manly thing to do. That's a manly thing to do. But the same way you were able to get that 6 months later, is the same way the truth is going to reveal one day about what happened to Jaden.
Yeah, my source, they want to clear up more things, right? So it's like it's a process, right? It's a process. This is the first step. Okay, this is the first step.
Yeah, but and the other thing is, if publishing it is not going to help to bring closer to the situation.
It will. It will.
Clarity.
It will bring. Yeah, it will.
Okay. 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 And another thing is, if we, mothers and fathers, people who are fighting for justice for Jaden, could just come together and stop the fighting, God could work better. God could work, because He doesn't work in animosity and bitterness. And it's a lot of accusations even amongst innocent people.
They might accuse the mother.
It's a lot of accusation. Like, it's just people are just angry and bitter and moving ahead on themselves, accusing innocent people, innocently. Like, you're innocent. When I say, like, even for us, the general public. Yesterday, I stepped on somebody's platform and the person made a comment. I know it was directed at me, and I'm just an innocent mother. But because the person know that because of who they're feuding with, then they're drafting other people who's been on the other. You understand?
Yeah.
Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. This extreme bitterness and biting, and it's not worth it. It's not worth it.
Yeah.
It is not worth it. You have to stop attacking people. You're attacking the wrong set of people and wasting time. And it's, but it's for those, I guess we, the general public, have to decide where we're gonna put our energy and our resources.
But you guys decide. Yeah, you guys see who. You can actually look on the screen and see who is telling you guys the truth and who is like trying to fabricate stuff.
Right. And who has been respectful.
Yeah.
Because it's one thing for you to be advocating for Jaden. It's another thing for you to be disrespecting the general public.
Yeah.
And it's not. But you could teach, you could really teach a lot of us a thing or two. And that's really good.
Yeah.
We just have to continue, even in our quiet moments. Trust God and believe that one day, when I heard you say, "Oh, you have the itinerary," I said, 6 months later, maybe 6 months later, we're going to get a confession or somebody. You know what I think, your boss? We're not going to get a confession. Somebody who knows exactly what happened is going to talk, because they're going to start fighting. When I say they, I mean, according to you, the powers that be that demise Jaden are going to start fighting. Mark my word.
But just now, want them confess to me. Make them confess to the people.
I'm telling you, they're going to start fighting amongst themselves. Not make them confess to you. No, they're gonna start fighting amongst themselves, and then somebody ever talk. That's what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
One of them, they're gonna come out and say what happened. In the meantime, we out here just need to be mindful.
Yes.
You know, mindful of disrespecting the general public and accusing the general public.
Yes.
Of stuff.
Yeah.
Continue to do the great work. We love you. We appreciate you.
All right. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All right. Take care. Bye-bye. All right, my people. You know what they're on my screen right now? 666. 666. It just changed a while ago. What a day. What a day. All right, my people. We're going to close out now. Thank you guys so much for joining another live stream. More to come. I'm out. This is your boy, Yard Boss. Walk good, my people. I'm out.